Genesis chapter 30. Rachel watched as Leah's family continued to grow, and sorrow filled her heart because she still had no child in her anguish. She pleaded with Jacob, asking for children, believing she could bear her disappointment no longer. Jacob answered with grief and frustration, reminding her that only God could open or close the womb. Rachel then gave her servant Bilhah to Jacob as a wife, hoping to build a family through her. Bilhah conceived and bore a son. Rachel declared that God had heard her case and named the boy Dan. Bilhah conceived again and gave birth to a second son. Rachel rejoiced that she had struggled with her sister and had been blessed. She named him Naphtali. Leah saw that she had stopped bearing children. She also gave her servant Zilpah to Jacob. Zilpah bore a son, and Leah celebrated her good fortune, naming him Gad. Another son followed, and Leah declared herself blessed because women would call her happy. She named him Asher. During the wheat harvest, Reuben found mandrakes in the field and brought them to his mother Leah. Rachel asked for some of the plants. Leah replied that Rachel had already taken her husband's affection and now wanted the mandrakes as well. Rachel proposed an agreement Jacob would spend the night with Leah in exchange for the mandrakes. That evening, Leah met Jacob. As he returned from the fields, God blessed Leah once again, and she conceived. She gave birth to another son, saying God had rewarded her. She named him Issachar. Later she bore another son, and declared that God had given her a precious gift. She called him Zebulun. Afterward a daughter was born, and Leah named her Dinah.
Then God remembered Rachel. He listened to her prayers, removed her reproach, and opened her womb. Rachel gave birth to a son with overflowing joy. She named him Joseph, praying that the Lord would one day add yet another son to her family.
The Lord was building the nation he had promised. One child, one family, and one generation at a time. After Joseph was born, Jacob spoke to Laban. He asked to return to the land of his fathers with his wives and children, for he had faithfully served many years. But Laban pleaded with him to stay. He recognized that the Lord had blessed his household because of Jacob's presence. He offered Jacob whatever wages he desired. Jacob reminded Laban how little he had owned before his arrival, and how greatly the Lord had multiplied everything under his care. He proposed a simple agreement. He would continue tending the flocks, but the speckled, spotted, and dark-colored animals would become his wages. Their appearance would prove his honesty in the days ahead.
Laban quickly agreed.
Yet on that very day he removed many of the animals that would have belonged to Jacob, and placed them under the care of his own sons. Then he separated the flocks by a journey of several days, leaving Jacob to tend those that remained. Jacob gathered fresh branches from poplar, almond, and plane trees. He peeled white stripes into them and placed the rods where the strongest animals came to drink and mate. Whenever the stronger animals bred before the striped branches, they produced young that were streaked, speckled, and spotted. Jacob separated those animals into his own flocks while keeping Laban's animals apart. He allowed the stronger animals to increase for himself, while the weaker remained with Laban. As a result, Jacob's possessions increased greatly. He acquired large flocks, male and female servants, camels, and donkeys.